Popular songs that chart in the top 100 around the world have fluctuated significantly over the span of decades. From the 1950s to the 2020s, the average length of a pop song is generally between 3 and 4 minutes. In the 1950s, pop songs on the same Billboard chart peaked at 4 minutes and 14 seconds, with that song duration reducing over the following 3 decades down to 3 minutes and 15 seconds in the 2020s. With more and more people interested in various kinds of short-form content with the rise of TikTok, this number is likely to decrease even further. These numbers got me thinking, what are the shortest but most successful chart-topping songs ever created? To be eligible for this list, the song had to chart in the top 100 charts around the world and be short. I also thought it would be fun to see how popular the songs are on Spotify decades or years later. Stay a while as I take you through 15 of the shortest hits ever created. Song 2 by Blur is incredibly memorable for its woohoos and grunge-inspired guitar riffs. For a song that's only 2 minutes and 2 seconds long, it takes 13 seconds to get going. With 1 billion streams on Spotify and charting at number 2 upon its release, it's a staple of every respectable rock fan's playlist. The track was originally nicknamed Song 2 as a working title which represented its slot in the track list, but the name stuck. The song is 2 minutes and 2 seconds long, with 2 verses, 2 choruses, and a hook featuring Albarn yelling woohoo as the distorted bass comes in. Song 2 went gold in Australia and Denmark and multi-platinum in other regions around the world. For a song that was intended to be a joke initially, it did incredibly well for itself. From Me to You by the Beatles comes in at 1 minute and 56 seconds with 69 million streams on Spotify, released in April of 1963 as their third single. The song was written by John Lennon and Paul McCartney, the band's second number one, hit the official UK singles chart with their first number one being Please Please Me. Although From Me to You didn't make an impact in the United States at the time of its initial release, it eventually exploded in popularity with the 1963 cover version released by Del Shannon, resulting in the song becoming the first Lennon and McCartney written song to enter the US pop charts. The Beatles' original version was re-released in the US in January of 1964 as the B-side to Please Please Me, reaching number 41. The Letter by the Box Tops was released in 1967 with a length of 1 minute and 55 seconds. It was the band's first and most successful single, peaking at number 1 on the charts in the United States and Canada. The song achieved international success also, placing in the top 10 in several other countries, going silver in the UK and platinum in the US. Rolling Stone included The Letter at number 372 on its list of the 500 greatest songs of all time, and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame added it to their list of the 500 songs that shaped rock and roll. In 2011, the single was included in the Grammy Hall of Fame. With a huge 210 million streams on Spotify, the song is still popular today. Panini by Lil Nas X has a runtime of 1 minute and 54 seconds. Panini is from the rapper's second EP titled 7 and is his second single released through Columbia Records. The song peaked at number 21 on the charts with nearly 800 million streams on Spotify. The chorus contains an interpolation of In Bloom, released on Nirvana's 1991 album Nevermind. Kurt Cobain is credited as a writer because of this. Lil Nas X stated that the similarity between the two songs' melodies was unintentional given the fact that he wasn't introduced to Nirvana's music until after recording Panini. I find it hard to believe he had never heard of Nirvana. He later thanked Cobain's daughter, Frances Bean Cobain, for being able to interpolate In Bloom. Fell in Love with a Girl by the White Stripes arrives at 1 minute and 50 seconds, featuring on the band's third album, White Blood Cells. The song peaked at number 21 on both the US Billboard, bubbling under Hot 100 Singles Chart and the UK Singles Chart. This is one of the fastest songs on this list, played at 192 beats per minute. Fell in Love with a Girl was met with widespread critical acclaim. One critic called it an attention-grabbing chunk of primal punk rock confection that flames out in a breathless 1 minute and 50 seconds. The song went gold in the UK with nearly 300 million streams on Spotify. The song clearly has a lot of staying power through the years. Let Me Be Your Teddy Bear by Elvis Presley, featured in his second motion picture, Loving You, sits at 1 minute and 46 seconds. The song was written by Cal Mann and Bernie Lowe and published in 1957 by Gladys Music. The song peaked at number 1 during the summer of 1957, staying at number 1 for 7 weeks, making up one of the 4 number 1 singles The King had that year. The song has been covered 19 times through the years, including bands such as ZZ Top. The song is still popular today with 47 million streams on Spotify. What Do You Want by Adam Faith topped the charts at 1 minute and 37 seconds. The song first appeared on the UK singles chart on the 20th of November 1959, spending 19 weeks there. It was at number 1 for 3 weeks, sharing the position for the final week with What Do You Want to Make Those Eyes at Me For by Emile Ford and the Checkmates. Running a total of 98 seconds, it is the shortest song to reach number 1 in the UK singles chart. The song isn't as popular by today's standards when compared to other songs on the list, coming in at 2 million streams on Spotify. Stay by Maurice Williams and the Zodiacs has a runtime of 1 minute and 37 seconds. This doo-wop song was written by Williams in 1953 when he was 15 years old. Williams had been trying to convince his date not to go home at 10 o'clock as she was supposed to. Peaking at number 14 on the charts, after the group recorded the tune again due to the first recording's volume being too low, it was released by Herald Records and was picked up by CKLW Radio. It entered the US Billboard Hot 100 on the 3rd of October 1960, reaching the number 1 spot on the 21st of November 1960. A week later, Elvis Presley's Are You Lonesome Tonight dethroned the song from the number 1 spot. This song has stood the test of time with 119 million streams on Spotify. United States of Whatever by Liam Lynch is 1 minute and 26 seconds long. The song was released in 2002 as the first single from his album Fake Songs. The improvised song was written by Lynch himself. United States of Whatever is a comedy rock song that revolves around Lynch dismissively shouting whatever to various people, including a thug and a police officer. Lynch has stated that the song was improvised and recorded in a single take. The song is performed in a punk rock and surf rock style. Its basic structure consists of 2 power chord riffs played by an overdriven distorted bass guitar. The song first attracted commercial popularity when it started appearing on the request charts on Los Angeles radio station KROQ after the song was leaked from a British import of The Syphil and Ollie Show. The track was burned onto a CD which was sent to the station. A physical single was eventually released on the 25th of November 2002. Following its CD single release, the song became a hit, debuting at number 10 on the UK singles chart on the 7th of December 2002 and charting in the top 100 around the world. 24 million streams on Spotify is what it stands at today. Forward by Beyoncé featuring James Blake is 1 minute and 19 seconds in length, landing at number 63 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, lasting for 1 week before falling off. This song is from Beyoncé's Lemonade album, racking up 25 million streams on Spotify. While this isn't as popular as some other songs on this list, it technically counts given the criteria, just like the next few on this list. Pete Davidson is the 14th track from Ariana Grande's 4th studio album, Sweetener, clocking in at 1 minute and 13 seconds. The song charted at 99 on the Billboard Hot 100, but fared better around the world, going as high as 58 on the Australian ARIAs. The song was written when Grande and her now ex-fiancé Pete Davidson began dating. The song was first teased on the 31st of May 2018 and went gold in Australia and Brazil. Pete Davidson has been streamed on Spotify 131 million times. Deck the Hall off of the album The Magic of Christmas by Nat King Cole comes in at 1 minute and 6 seconds, peaking at number 16 on the Billboard Hot 100, charting pretty well all around the world. This was Cole's only album of Christmas songs, although he had recorded several holiday singles earlier in his career. This was the best-selling Christmas album released in the 1960s and was certified by the RIAA for shipments of 6 million copies in the US. The 1963 version reached number 1 on Billboard's Christmas albums chart and remained for 2 weeks. Deck the Hall has been streamed more than 271 million times. Pen Pineapple Apple Pen by Pikotaro is a brisk 45 seconds long, wasting no time at all. It was released as a music video on YouTube on the 25th of August 2016 and went massively viral. This is possibly the most catchy tune on this entire list, getting stuck in my head from time to time if I ever see an apple or a pineapple. As of February 2025, the official video has been viewed more than 173 million times. The song came in at 77 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart and even went as high as number 1 in Japan. Short and long version combined, the song has been streamed on Spotify nearly 25 million times. The Ladies' Bras by Jonny, Trunk and Wiseby has an incredibly short runtime of 37 seconds. The song peaked at number 27 on the UK singles chart in September of 2007. The Ladies' Bras became popular after it was played on Danny Baker's All Day Breakfast Show podcast show, reaching number 70 on the UK singles chart, with 1,644 sales and no national airplay. The song has just over 200,000 streams on Spotify. I can't believe I'm writing this, but Steve's Lava Chicken by Jack Black and Jared Hess is the shortest song to ever tarnish the top 100 charts around the world, coming in at 34 seconds. The song ranges anywhere between reaching number 2 on the UK indie charts to 78 on the US Billboard Hot 100 to 97 on the Global 200. Steve's Lava Chicken is used in a scene in a Minecraft movie where Steve, portrayed by Jack Black, showcases a contraption he made that cooks live chickens in lava. In the United States, the song received over 2.5 million streams on the week of the film's release, a huge increase in streams from the week prior to its release, surpassing Kid Cudi's Beautiful Trip, which is 37 seconds long. Let me know what you think of these songs and this list down below. Thanks for watching.